Morning, everybody. You're watching Fox and Friends. First on this National Margarita Day, also known as Friday morning. I'm Todd Pyro in for Rob Schmidt.
A day to be celebrated. And I am Jillian Mealy. Thanks so much for starting your day with us. Boy, yesterday was a big day in Chicago. Actor Jussie Smollett returns to the set of Empire hours after posting $100,000 bond. He's facing a felony charge for filing a false police report in an alleged hate crime hoax.
Matt Finn live for us in Chicago. Why prosecutors believe this was just one big publicity stunt. Matt, good morning.
Good morning, Todd and Jillian. Chicago's police superintendent is slamming actor Jussie Smollett, saying that this city embraced Smollett and then he turned around and slapped it in the face. And Chicago's top cop also alleges that Jussie Smollett carried out this entire hoax because he was upset about how much he was being paid. Prosecutors also say that Smollett sent a fake death threat letter to himself with a MAGA return address. And when that letter did not get enough attention, he concocted this elaborate hoax, paying the Osendaro brothers $3,500 to pretend to be President Trump supporters that beat him, called him racial and homophobic slurs, and put a noose around his neck.
Empire actor Jussie Smollett took advantage of the pain and anger of racism to promote his career. Why would anyone, especially an African-American man, use the symbolism of a noose to make false accusations? How could someone look at the hatred and suffering associated with that symbol and see an opportunity to manipulate that symbol to further his own public profile?
Jussie Smollett's legal team is swinging back. A portion of their statement reads, quote, "Today we witnessed an organized law enforcement spectacle that has no place in the American legal system. The presumption of innocence, a bedrock in the search for justice, was trampled upon at the expense of Mr. Smollett." Police say that most of Smollett's minor cuts and bruises were self-inflicted that night. The judge in bond court says the most disturbing allegation is the part about the noose because, quote, "it conjures up the greatest evil in this country." And Fox News has learned that Jussie Smollett did return to the Empire set shortly after he posted bond and was released from jail yesterday. Smollett is set to appear again on these charges in court next month, and the FBI is also investigating that fake death threat letter. And Smollett faces some serious federal charges if it's determined that he did send that letter to himself. Back to you guys.
It's amazing how this has unraveled. Matt Finn, you've been on top of it since the beginning. Thank you.
Thanks, Matt. Jussie Smollett already facing the possibility of prison time once this case ends.
But as Judge Andrew Napolitano points out, Smollett could be spending a lot longer than 3 years behind bars if the feds come calling.
The evidence that was laid out, however, by the assistant prosecutor in the hallway of the courthouse after his Smollett's hearing today is so precise, so clear, so damning, and shows such a careful planning and plotting that the government now has the opportunity to charge him with a variety of things. Every time he lied to the police, another charge of lying, all of this on top of filing a false police report. You're showing now the envelope that went through the mail. This triggers federal jurisdiction. Even if you're mailing that to yourself, triggers the federal authorities of posing a terroristic threat through the mails. Brady's facing 25 years in jail if you add up the potential state crimes and the potential federal crimes.
The brothers that Smollett allegedly hired to carry out the plot face no charges after testifying before a grand jury.